Hi everyone, my name is Rodney Smith. I'm here with BoardGameGeek at SPIEL 2019. I've been joined by Hanno of Dachshund Games, and you've brought with you mint condition.
Mint condition, that's right.
And this looks brand new and in mint condition.
Yes,
Tell me
just
about
out of the shrink wrap.
Why the name mint condition?
It's a game about board games.
Really?
It is a game about protecting your board game collection from wear, tear, and damages on your games.
I'm sure many of our viewers will relate to this theme.
So you try to avoid all kinds of damage on your precious board game collection
Sure.
and try to keep it in mint condition.
All right, well, you've got my attention now.
Okay, so we all know things like spilled wine on your cards. That is not a good idea. You have the autographed kind of boxes that you don't want. You have the legacy edition that's not intended to be a legacy.
No,
so
it becomes
you
legacy.
Have all kind of different cards in this game.
I like this one here. A game that goes in heavy rotation, just sees a lot of use. Right?
Yes,
yeah.
And all cards have a damage value on top of them, and they have a set size underneath.
Right.
And you try to get the least damage on your board game collection, so you try to get not the perfect sets in your collection. The whole thing plays out like a drafting game.
Yes.
So you have a fixed size.
So we each have our own hand. Okay.
Yeah, you have a fixed size of cards depending on the player count.
Right.
The game plays from 2 to 5 players. And when you start a round, the game lasts 3 rounds.
Yes.
You select one card and play it face down in your space. So you build your own little unique damage spot for your board game collection to receive the damage. And when you select your card, you take the cards and pass it on to your opponent.
So this is the damage that has just been inflicted on my collection.
On your collection. So.
Gotcha.
So we play our cards.
I lost some pieces.
Okay, yeah. And I have a game in heavy rotation.
Okay.
Yeah. And we try to avoid all the damage hitting our collection. So it's a game where you try to get collections that are not ideal, and all cards have a spirit of games in mind. So for example, the heavy rotation card. The heavy rotation card means you have a game that you play over and over and over again.
Right.
So you love it a lot, obviously. So when you collect 4 cards, you have no damage at all, because it doesn't matter anymore. You're so in awe with your collection, your games, so you don't care. And all cards kind of work like that. For example, you have the snack fingers, where you touch your precious games with your dirty, greasy fingers.
Yes.
And when you just do it once, it's fine, because you just can't do it like wipe it off. It's okay.
You'll notice that little slight orange stain.
Yeah. But if you do it over and over again, your collection will get ruined.
Okay.
And so
3 damage per
card in your set.
Interesting.
So the idea of the game is to get the gamers into the mind of protecting their games.
You really care deeply. This is
I care deeply, absolutely.
Some people with their games, they want to teach us history. Some of them want to talk about protecting the earth. You want to help us protect
play
our games.
games about games. Yeah. You can sleeve cards up, so you have the opportunity to cover cards in your set and remove them from game entirely, so you save the card.
Yeah.
And they all work in that kind of way. So
you basically, you're going to be looking at a lot of the times at this value. I want a low number here, if possible, right?
Yes.
But sometimes the effects here might let you get away with a little bit.
Yes. Right? You have a few opportunities to get your games in better condition.
Yeah.
So you have a few options that you can do. There are a couple of cards that do different things, and it's a game. It has an educational value.
Sure.
To kick off your game.
I agree.
You kick off your game night. So you start setting it up, and you can play, and then you can say, and this is why we don't take drinks at our table. So
George. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's wonderful. I'm super enthralled with the theme. I think it'd be super fun to bring out a game night, and everyone would immediately, anyone who's a gamer, would immediately just, I think, be drawn to the different situations that could come up in the game here.
Exactly.
So is this something that's available right now for people to pick up?
It is available at SPIEL right now. And we're a new publisher
Yes.
from Germany. We're from Cologne. And we're passionate gamers.
Yes.
And we are hitting it off with this game at this fair. And we are looking for distribution,
Right.
for example, in the US or whatever.
Well, I think I'm going to be stopping by your booth to distribute it to my home. So excellent. If you're a distributor and you're watching, keep an eye out for this one. And if anyone else here, where can they find out about the game if they'd like to find
We
out?
have a homepage, it's ducksound.games,
Okay.
where you can check everything out. So,
Excellent. Well, thank
Yeah.
you so much for this wonderful overview. I really enjoyed it. I
Yeah.
hope all of you did as well. And thanks
thank
for
you
watching.
very much.